Y lo que hay que conseguir es que tú seas la ganadora. Y ellos los perdedores. ¿Y cómo voy a hacer exactamente eso? Pues quitándole lo que más quiere. Su dinero. Pues con un 20% no estaríamos jugando bien nuestras cartas. Y con un 60% podríamos meternos en problemas. La cifra justa es el 40%. Y si aceptase hacer ese delito, ¿cómo vamos a encontrar así? Esa es la parte difícil del plan.
Ya estamos en España. Son los Pirineos.
¿Dónde?
Allí.
Cool.
¿Por qué llevas siempre este mito?
Mi madre murió cuando yo nací. Y mi padre se quedó bastante mal. Y me tenía que cuidar y educar a mí, al tío que había matado a su mujer. Yo sentía mucha rabia, ¿sabes? Tampoco aguantaba mucho sentado en el colegio. Así que a su mediodía pues cogía y me piraba. Y cuando llegaba a casa, pues ya habían llamado del colegio. Mi padre me sentaba en una silla. Voy a enseñarle a ti a aguantarse en una clase. Autocontrol se llama. Autocontrol se llama.
What did he do to your hand?
Y entonces me quemaba los nudillos. Con su cigarrillo.
No.
Así que me escapé de casa y empezó mi carrera de ladrón a los 13 añitos.
I'm so sorry for you, my dear.
Lo siento.
But you know, when the dad was doing that to the kid, I was thinking about what Berlin did to Bruce, you know, about the champagne scene. Like, you young guys, you can learn quick. That's what is that sort also. Do you understand what I mean? It's not by doing bad stuff to people that you're gonna make them understand stuff. Like,
Así que la próxima vez que el demonio te llame, y estés a punto de abrirle la cabeza a un tío y dejarlo corto en el arcén, te miras el tatuaje y le ganas la partida.
Quería decir cosas grave. Eso te quería decir. Coño.
no! Tell him about your feelings.
¿Verdad? Yo también te tengo que decir algo. Cuando te llevaba puesto por el monte y te resbalabas porque te faltaban las fuerzas. O después, en el coche patrulla cuando me agarraste de la mano y apenas te notaba el pulso. Pensé que ahí me di cuenta de lo mucho que me dolía perderte. Y que si conseguía salvarte, no me iba a conformar con tomarnos un café después de este trabajo. Con felicitarnos las navidades con una llamada. Y sí, sé que podría estar el resto de mi vida tirándote picha. Sabiendo que una chica como tú no se fija en un chico como yo. Es que no tengo ni idea de lo que va a pasar mañana.
He's so honest, you know, with his feelings, with his thoughts. I love him so much.
Pero que empezó a quererte un poco. Un poco bastante.
Girl. Please. It's not just about accepting his feelings, it's about accepting yours. This is my ship, you know. Yes, they can get me emotional, maybe a little.
Pues aquí nos hablamos. Si todo sale bien, nos vemos en 3 días. Cuídate. Tú también.
You have to meet your contacts, you know, to sell the jewels on your own. The two of you, you need to be together at the end also, like, I'm rooting for you. She's the one running to you. Like you can, both of you.
Mientras, y fuimos los últimos en llegar. Pasamos recluidos en un lugar maravilloso, tiempo suficiente hasta que se calmaran las aguas.
So go. You all made it. What did I say about that cafe? I knew it! I knew it was a preparation and now we're gonna have the payment for that preparation.
Creo que va a ser mejor que nos vayamos.
Go away! We don't need you, like, come on. Knew it. Now she's following you? Her belly. I want to see her belly. I don't think so. But you're planning another Heist and that place?
En la cafetería esa de la que me hablaste.
Sí, porque voy a Madrid.
That I guessed it. That place?
Buenos Aires.
El professor is right there, no?
Para empezar me llamo Andrés. Andrés de Fonollosa. Ya te he mentido bastante, Camille. Pero quiero que sepas que no me quedaba otra opción. Espiando a tu marido para robarle de ti. Sin remedio.
You never said anything to the police, like, no, you don't have him. You have a proof, but are you gonna use it?
Para poder estar pegado a ti el resto de mi vida. Tienes que entenderlo. No podía decirte la verdad. Y desde luego no podía detener ese robo.
A la mierda con todo. Eso es lo único que tenemos. Algunos retratos robot según diferentes testigos.
You only have sketches, you know.
Puede que hayan ganado esta batalla. Pero volverán a robar. Y nosotras estaremos ahí.
Ajá.
Queremos un 40% del botín a cambio de mi silencio. La información que yo tengo sobre ti es la que está buscando la policía de medio mundo.
I said it, she would not stop, you
Yo
know,
tengo que
her
explicar a un
revenge.
profesional como tú que tenemos copias de esta cinta.
You knew?
Estas son las otras tres cintas. Esta es la habitación, la de la caja fuerte y la de la guantera del coche. Que no se me olvide. Esta es la pista que dejaste en el baño. El esparadrapo con la marca del cable del micro.
Yeah.
Deberías agradecer todos esos daños colaterales de los que hablas. Yo no hice naufragar tu relación con François.
¿Me utilizaste?
No, Camille. No tenía nada que ganar estando contigo, al revés. Solo tenía cosas que perder y aún así iría a jugármelo todo 1000 veces por volver a conocerte. Aunque ya no tengas pruebas para chantajearme, acepto la extorsión. 3.800.000 euros.
Yeah.
Te iré haciendo llegar el resto conforme me vaya llegando.
¿No nos parece bien?
I'm not sure I love, you know, the conclusion of this narrative arc, this love narrative arc. Like money can repair a broken heart and manipulation and all. And in fact, he was the one to be right since the
La
beginning.
clandestinidad, apostar a todo o nada y bajar y subir por la montaña rusa del deseo y del dolor. El amor es la única razón por la que merece la pena vivir. No lo olviden. Ha habido algún que otro contratiempo y he perdido mi parte del botín. Vamos a tener que volver a robar. Pues muy bien. Porque ya se me estaban haciendo largas las vacaciones.
Yeah. That's really a good conclusion, you know, because the end of this season 1 is closing that Heist. Like, that's it, they managed to escape, they're gonna have all of the money, everyone is alright, you know, everyone is fine, everyone is in Spain, and all of that investigation, like, they didn't have any DNA nowhere, and they just have sketches, you know, so they're not gonna catch them, And now we know that they're gonna plan, you know, a new Heist. Which one? We don't know, but it's in Spain, you know, the fact that they are finishing right there into an arena, you know, watching a corrida training. Clearly it was to tell us, okay, first season was in France, and that's why that was a romance season. But second season, it's gonna be a new Heist, it's gonna be surely in Spain, and it's gonna be at least with these two, and maybe also with the same team. But I love the fact that we are closing everything else, because I really hate when writers, not knowing if they're gonna have a season 2, they are not closing stuff to be sure to have a season 2, you know, to really use the fans to talk to the productions and to be like, hey, they're gonna want a season 2 and all. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I don't like for the fans to be used. I don't like for stories to not be finished just because you want to have a season 2. No. Write a story with a beginning and an end, and maybe it's gonna take more than one season, it can be the case, but if you can do it in one season, do it, because it has to be like that, and it's the fair way to do it, you know, not only for the fans, the viewers, but also for the story, to not use it too much and to not do bad stuff with it and with your characters. So that's why I appreciate a lot that end, to have a conclusion like that for everything, and also to have these messages put into that final scene, a new Heist with at least Camille and Berlin in Spain. Cool. I'm glad for most of the conclusions, you know, right there into this episode, except for the one with Berlin and Camille. Do I need to talk about it first? I think. Because I don't appreciate the conclusion, like, the conclusion is nice, but the message behind the conclusion is not at all. For me, you know it, if you binge watch, you know, this entire first season with me, I never connected with that relationship. Like, okay, they were sweet together, okay, I love Berlin so much that I love to see him in love. Okay, their feelings were real, you know, for each other, but their relationship was never real, because it was based on a big lie, on Berlin being a stalker, manipulating her with the information that he got on her, lying to her, hurting the person that she loves, manipulating her again to make her think that he's the best guy, you know, the nicest guy in town, then manipulating her again, like, no, like really at each step this relationship was bad, and not only for Berlin's side but also her side. I told you, I never truly understood her, how she was acting with him, like she didn't want him, and then she almost, you know, told him, that's it, I'm okay for this affair, and then, you know, she said the truth to her husband, and her husband said her, yes, you can go into it, and she was okay with it, and she asked that to Berlin, but then, you know, he didn't want that. Like, I never really understood the girl, and that's why I suspected her almost during the entire season to in fact be an enemy, an hidden enemy, or someone who planned something during all of that time, you know, against her husband. Like, really, I went really far with this theories about her because I couldn't understand her. And right there at the end, to discover that her husband lied to her during all of this time, that in fact he had an affair, or more, she was his affair, like, I'm not sure of it, no matter what, he had another life with another woman, with a kid involved and all, when he never made her a kid and all. And because of that, you know, that guy is a moron, so maybe he deserves to be in jail. So, you know, Berlin is also an asshole, but it's the same. At which point it's the same? Like, really? They both lied to you, but one of them used you and your husband to hide, you know, the fact that he's a thief and that he stole all of this money and all. Both of them are assholes, okay, but you know, the criminal thing, maybe, you know, the balance, it's not that equal. That's my opinion, and no matter what, I'm pretty sure that you don't deserve like any of them, meaning that you deserve better than these two, for sure. So I was like, okay, she's gonna want his revenge, maybe she can work with the police, it can be great. Okay, she doesn't want to work with the police, and at the end, she's working on her own to have her revenge. Okay, it can be cool, do it, girl. In fact, no, she's sleeping with him, but I was like, maybe still she wants it. So when she came at the end, I was like, yes, do it, go for it, girl. And in fact, you know, the writers are turning that moment like, since the beginning, Berlin is the smartest guy, and he understood everything, he even understood her that well, and he was right all along. Nope. Like, okay, it was clever to see that she wanted to have a revenge, it was clever to trick her right there and to still give her money also for that. Okay, it was nice, but the message that the writers are putting behind it, it's really about the fact that, girl, in fact, your situation was bad before I came because your guy was a cheater, you know, lied to you. Yes, but you didn't know it. Berlin, you didn't know it. In fact, I gave you the love of your life and all. It was all a lie. It was all a lie. Our love was a real love. You can't deny it. It was based on lies. Everything about your relationship was toxic. Like, please, viewers, fans, I don't want for you to just be like, oh, that was so romantic, that relationship. No, it's just about Paris. That aspect is just about Paris, because their relationship, watch it with real eyes. No! Everything is not okay with their relationship. And really, Berlin, I love you with all of my heart, but you're such a toxic boyfriend, like, he doesn't know how to love. And that, I'm saying it since the episode 1 of this season 1. That guy based his entire conception of love on the fact that you have to be obsessed by the person with whom you are. You have to really live only for the passion, you know, only for the adrenaline moments, only for the beginning. Also, that's what he said. No, love, it's not about that. Having an healthy relationship is not about that. All of what you are describing and all of what you're ruling for, my dear, it's toxic relationships, and that's why each time it's ending badly for you, my dear. So I'm not okay with him, you know, being the winner of the situation when clearly he's the toxic guy of the situation right there, even if I love him. He is. And I don't appreciate also the other message that they are putting into it, the writers. Like, at the end, Camille, she's okay with it. She's okay with being manipulated, not having really her revenge, because she can escape with the money. Like, money is gonna repair her broken heart. Money is enough to accept all of the lies of the world and to be manipulated and to be lied to be used, all of that. No. And I hope that you're not thinking that yes, it can be the case, and you know, all of that thing about women loving money and stuff like that. No, I don't appreciate the conclusion for that love narrative arc, because the conclusion itself is nice. Like I said, Berlin discovering all of that on his own, you know, playing with it, it was cool. But the message put into that moment, nope. The rest, you know, the conclusion, for example, for Roi and Cameron, I'm buying it, you know, I'm going with it because we have that kiss, finally. But at the same time, they are promising to each other, it's only one time, we can't do it again. So, you know, it's cool to not have them being in love and being into a relationship already and just like that, because clearly they have a difficult past background. A lot, you know, Cameron with her former lover, and we have unresolved stuff, so it wouldn't be healthy for these two to be together right now, and it wouldn't be logical with the entire season and how their relationship evolved. So it's okay, and still we have the kiss, we have that moment, so you know, it's promising us something for the second season, so that's why I'm okay with that conclusion. And for sure I'm okay with the conclusion between Keyla and Bruce because he confessed his feelings for her first. So she felt, you know, reassured enough to go for it and to kiss him, and clearly they are my ship in the sense that since the beginning they are the ship for which I'm ruling the most, because since the beginning these two, they are pure and honest with their feelings and with their thoughts and all. And okay, at some point they lied to each other, but it was about their feelings, you know, it was not about the situations, and they never played, you know, the other one. And yes, I love their relationship and it's a sweet one, and nothing into it, you know, into their relationship is toxic at any point. When for the two other relationships, like, I can't say the same. Damian and his ex-wife, I'm surprised to not have any news about it during this final episode, because clearly I thought that we could, because I'm still not sure that she cheated on him. We'll see that maybe in season 2. Our girls, you know, worked on that case, but they have nothing else than sketches, and that's bad. But at the same time, with La Casa De Papel happening, you know, years after that, it's logical. They're not gonna have Berlin at any point. Maybe they're gonna have one or two of our guys at some point. We have to think about it, but not Berlin. Everyone except for Berlin. It's logical, it's cool, and the fact that they are saying, maybe we're gonna have them on another case, it's a promise also for a potential season 2 to have these two back at some point. Working together against our guys. I want that. All of this episode, you know, represents well what I want into this show. And what we didn't have during the 6 first episodes. Like, see, during this final episode, we had a lot of things about the romantic narrative arcs, and again, I'm repeating it, Berlin, it's a romantic show, like it's taking more than 70% of the time on screen, the love relationships. I'm not against it, but let's say it. I'm okay with it as long as they are respecting the DNA of La Casa de Papel into this spin-off, meaning getting things, you know, intense, having a lot of action, making me feel afraid for the characters, making me like that, you know, for the characters, and also for them to feel in danger and all. I'm okay with it. And that, you know, that right balance between stuff, they are doing it well during these 2 final episodes of the season. But before that, the balance was not right at all. So if writers, you can hear me, please, for the 2nd season, you have to make that balance better. And now that we know these characters, now that we know these relationships, we fall for them and all, you can do it. Really, you can do it. And clearly for the 2nd season, I don't want Camille back. Like, that's it, we closed that relationship, that story, and you understood what I think about it, so I don't want to see her again. Find something else or someone else for Berlin for the season 2, but not that again. And I would be glad to see the rest of the team back. I'm not sure that we're gonna have all of them back, at least Damian, but I would be glad to have the rest of them back. But at some point, if we're gonna keep them back, you're gonna need to justify the fact that they are not there for La Casa De Papel. Tu understand what I mean? That was cool. That was really cool. Maybe in season 2 we're gonna have another ghost from the future. Maybe we're gonna have El Professor. I would love it. We'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this review right now. Tell me what did you think about this entire season 2? If you think the same than me about Berlin and Camille. If you had a ship during this season 1, and tell me which one and for what reason. And yes, tell me what did you think about it? Was it what you expected or not, and for what reason? Tell me that. I hope that I'm gonna see you for the season 2. I really hope so, that we're gonna have a season 2, that I'm gonna continue to make this channel, you know, long enough to have a season 2 with you guys. Like, I don't know when we're gonna have it, if we're gonna have it, so that's why I'm saying that. So it's all for me and for you for this video, so it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.